Hello everybody, ProtoFoxy here, coming back at you with another video, and we are going to be taking another look at a Transformers review. Today we are looking at the Transformers Kingdom Optimus Primal. Now I did Megatron in a previous video, got Optimus Primal in, and I will say anything that I had negative to say about the quality of materials used on Megatron is definitely not the case with Optimus Primal. We can get that out of the way right now. But as you can see, we have Harambe. Nah, that's Optimus Primal, not Harambe. Yeah, great representation of the original Beast Wars Optimus Primal. You get a look at the detail on the face. That is a very angry looking monkey. Gorilla. Excellent spot for weapon storage, even in beast mode. Just the focus. The detail sculpted into this is just absolutely incredible. And again, no soft plastics used, unlike, or flexible plastics used, unlike Beast Megatron from Kingdom. He is solid, and I am definitely not worried about anything in handling this toy. Again, get that out of the way right away. Articulation, very expressive, much like how Beast Megatron was. Very good stuff. And all this articulation does translate over into robot mode as well, so we'll cover it there too. But yeah, just a great looking Optimus Primal. And again, I do not have the original Optimus Primal. Before we go into any comparisons here, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the box, because here I'm kind of running out of sequence here. But we got good looking monkey mode Optimus Primal. We got some good looking artwork Optimus Primal there. That's actually pretty epic artwork. Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron trilogy. That Killer Kingdom artwork, product shots, and all that good jazz. Just yeah, good stuff all around on the box. They're really killing it on the packaging too for Kingdom. That's really good stuff. Kind of like how that looks there. Let's aim this camera down just a little bit, because he's definitely on the smaller side for being a Voyager. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, again, that's just they downsize figures now more so than anything. So the Voyager class is more, on the level of being a bigger deluxe. But I can't take anything away from this. I'm not going to blow the ending of the video now. No spoilers. But yeah, we will get a comparison in here with his 10th anniversary self, the 10th anniversary Beast Wars Optimus Primal. Definitely a stylized take on Optimus Primal, much like the Beast Wars 10th anniversary Megatron was, as opposed to being accurate to how the original Optimus Primal looked. And maybe I'll do a review of those guys too. These guys are actually pretty cool, pretty fun. They were pretty maligned when they were released back in during the 10th anniversary, because why didn't we get the Ultra Class ones reissued, which eventually they did anyway, and really just kind of negated the need for these guys. But they ended up using the molds in Cybertron anyway, blah 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 blah. But that is that. We will go ahead and start working our way towards transforming the big bot here into robot mode. Alright, so transformation into robot mode is nothing super complex for this, which is really nice. But first we're going to go ahead and take his swords off. We're going to go ahead and start by straightening things out. We're going to go to the legs first. Let's do that. Let's go right here. These are on a hinge, which work their way. They should work their way. Now let's flip the robot mode feet down first. This is kind of... Okay, there we go. Now see, these legs, the way they're engineered, it's actually pretty clever, but I wish the tabs held in a little tighter, and we'll get into that in robot mode. But you see this tiny little tab right here as I move my fat finger, get into focus. Goes into that slot there in the knee joint. And second verse, same as the first. This one definitely, come on, focus. This one doesn't like to hold in as much as the other one, so that's a gripe. Go ahead and flip that up and out of the way, and that'll actually tab in right there. We can do that because that keeps that out of the way. And now the interesting part is, again, as a nod to the original toy and a nod to the show, entire waist section turns, and now we've got the entire lower section of Optimus Primal's body done. And we come up here and we work on the top. Now this is actually done pretty well. Remember right, those kind of come forward, and that's actually a neat little thing too. You can kind of mock the whole beating on the monkey chest there. That opens up, this flips around to form his chest. Very animation accurate, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and swap that around, and that, I believe, or does it turn around? I believe this actually turns around and goes in that way. Yep, that's how we want to do that. Go ahead and flip. This is the part that's always rough because I don't ever really keep fingernails on myself here. So trying to rotate the, this is what we improvise. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Flip the guns out, shoulder cannons, which can actually be left out in beast mode as well. But I always put them away in beast mode. And then we go ahead and collapse that all together. Bring that down. We're going to go ahead and flip these up. This is just easy stuff here. Boom. And we have Kingdom Optimus Primal in robot mode. Let's make sure everything's set in the way it needs to. We're going to go ahead and open up his hands, which are really cool opening hands there for a Voyager toy. You don't see that often. Close them around his sword. We'll arm him up. Get him going, and come on, get in there the right way. Really? Well, at least we ain't getting on the camera breakage, huh? That's definitely always a good thing. No, they just slid out of place. And we have the Big Bot in his robot mode, and holy crap, Kingdom just keeps knocking it out of the park. The War for Cybertron line just keeps knocking it out of the park as far as design and detail. The transformation itself, as you all saw me going through, I didn't really talk through much of it because there isn't much to talk about because it's pretty basic, nothing difficult, but we'll talk about how certain things peg in and work. But overall, this is done incredibly well. Let's get in close. That detail, and again, just looks like he jumped right off the screen there. You know, just that face is definitely Optimus Primal, and I believe that's on a ball joint. So, got all the ball jointy stuff going on. Arms, 360. Again, carries over from beast mode. A lot of carryover from beast mode. You know, elbow joints, bicep, waist. That doesn't lock into place, so you just gotta watch how you're moving it. Kick forward, kick back. You move that out a bit more, and hey, here we go. This is exactly what I was wanting to get into about this. My one gripe. Move that butt flap out of the way, though. Kicks all the way back. Knee articulation. Knee articulation works. So you can get back there, but as you're handling this and you're moving it, and now I won't get it, but it pops free pretty easily from there. Now, obviously, you can get it to do more than if you need it to, but I would prefer that stay into place better than it does. Now, these actually rotate around too a bit. I don't think they go all the way around, but they do move. And of course, typical War for Cybertron ankle rockers. But, yeah, and I always leave these up, but a nice little part of the transformation here, a nod to the original toy. Hidden wrist-mounted cannons that, if I can get up, please. And do I have to? Crap in a hat. All right, there we go. Boom. So he's got his wrist-mounted cannons on both sides. So, again, nods to the original because the original had them. Kingdom has them, and they look really good. Nice detail there. But yeah, what else can be said about Optimus Primal? Except he's amazing. Again, Kingdom knocks it out of the park with this one. Looks really, really good. Again, real true to the animation look of Optimus Primal in Beast Wars. And not saying anything bad about the original toy at all, because that was very accurate just to begin with. Those toys were engineered really well, but this is just, again, knocks it out of the park. Then we'll go ahead and bring him in with his previous incarnation. Again, I don't have the original Beast Wars Optimus Primal, but I have the 10th anniversary edition, and as you can see, this is a deluxe, this is a Voyager. He barely stands taller than that, and that's just going into my gripes about downsizing, blah, 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 blah. But definitely an updated, stylized take, whereas this is definitely true to the original version. But he just, again, looks absolutely incredible. I can't sing enough praises about how awesome Optimus Primal is. And again, my gripes with Beast Megatron from Kingdom are null and void here, because this uses definitely a sturdier material in plastic as opposed to Beast Megatron. There's no flimsy, floppy plastic to be had, softer plastic to be had. He is very sturdy, he's very well detailed. I would definitely not be worried about handling this guy whatsoever. He's awesome. Definite high recommend. You're looking for my recommendation? Yes, knocks out of the park. Buy this toy. Another stellar Kingdom release. And with that being said, if you liked the video, please give it a like. If you did, maybe shoot a subscribe my way. I would greatly appreciate that. And I leave you with this. Wash your hands. Wear your mask, whether you're vaxxed or not, just to protect yourself and your fellow human beings, and be kind to those fellow human beings. And I will see you in the next video. Buy this toy.